Why don't you help me think about the terrace here? This is a big porch. God damn it. Fuck. Terrace with tiny sticks and shit like that on the fucking everywhere. It's hard to keep it clean. What I want to do is rearrange it. Here, look, it's a big, huge space, right? Big, high ceiling, bunches of tables and benches and stuff. There's a bench we can move around. What's cool is this is very move aroundable. And what I want to do with this, and I'm certain of it, is put the furniture as if we were having a conference, okay? And that means maybe a big U shape, and then people are spaced out on it, whatever distance they are. Or maybe the tables are used as desks, and so here, we've got a bench and a table, and we move that so that we maximize use of space. We leave space in the middle, maybe, as much as we can. It's tough to do this, because even though it's a big space, every little part of it's different. Down there, I want to, oh, Jesus, fucking dogs have been digging down there. A lot. Okay. I need to gain, hey, will you not lick me right now? Yeah, I like you. You're nice, okay? Don't lick me right now. That's non-consensual. I don't give a fuck about consent. Hey. Oh, you are cute when you're sitting. Yes, okay. I'll pet you for that. You're a good boy. Good boogie baby. Okay, knock it off. You, get out, get away from me. Okay. Anyway, I need to put dirt all in here. Rock work along here so that stuff doesn't keep falling into this pathway here. It's actually a really nice pathway. This can go out to a really nice sitting spot. I've had that idea for years, and unless I take control of it with concrete, which is an acceptable thing, then it will never really take care of the problem. And what I should do there is have this pathway go down a concrete sitting area with dyed concrete. It should be dyed terracotta tile red. Just a nice red tint, whatever we can get. It costs more, but it's going to look good. And then a nice, really well done rock staircase going down, fairly broad out there. Maybe dug back in because that's currently very narrow out there. So if we push it up, maybe we can almost have a bench there, facing outward. I don't know. I'm not sure we can fit in there. It's tempting, actually, to have the path go inside here along the garden, right through there. And that leaves this whole side open. That's interesting. I like it. Because we've already got an entry over here. An entry here is not as valuable as one way down there. And this one would be more magical and cool. There could be like metal tables there. You come in, here's the Rancho Madroño tile here. I like that idea. That's sweet. And then the other thing is to machete and clean up this whole area in this kitchen out here and make it good enough so that we'll block areas we don't want people to go through, right? Or trip on shit. The fucking goddamn plumbing is stupid as fuck. It's this weird plastic shit that I can't change because I don't own the tools. And the idea is then you maybe the idea marketing wise is that then you become dependent on someone with the tools. Or maybe I'm supposed to buy the tools. In any case, I feel like, no, that was a bad idea. I need to use the materials everyone else uses here. Fancy shit is suspect. Anyway, a start on getting control of that area and potentially even using it would be to clear it out of plants. It looks pretty right now. But, if I'm planning on things in the future, and right now I could put a table and chairs out here, just sitting right there. That's right here. It's a very nice, valuable spot. So I'll try and do that tomorrow. I got some guys that are going to come help me. And that's I can do that because of donations from people. So thank you. You're doing this right here. So I know it's not the most exciting thing, but what I'm thinking about is how I can socially distance people with the whole COVID thing. I don't care who has COVID or not. I don't care who's vaccinated or not. I want anybody to be able to set their distance as far as they like. And if they want to get closer to people, there's areas to do that in. But the default here is social distancing. That is the default position. I almost feel like different people on different sides of the issues are kind of bullies about that, their particular views. I don't give a fuck what they think, But I don't want people near me, and I want to host a place where other people can also have people who are respectful of a very wide distance, right? And a lot of that's location based. Like in this case, it's a very high traffic area that's extremely useful. And so I want to try and run it in a way that can serve people and have as little contact here as possible, because also people from different groups will come to this area, whereas some people will never really be sitting down here or anything. This is a very central location that has scheduled events all the time. In fact, I might take this whole side over here. Well, I should just have a configuration where I put tables all across that, and I can then block that as an entry. In other words, I get entry control onto this area. I think that would be really smart, and that's the number one problem right there. You know, that's a kind of a back way over there, and I can do other things over there. I think with this, I also want to control entry into the building more, and I think what I'm going to do is move this cabinet right here, move this cool big king chair up there like a throne, and then the bar over here, I want to put over here somewhere, kind of near this old man guy, this old man sculpture that a friend of mine did. And there shouldn't be like fucking plants in front of it. And it should have like cool, nice plants at the base of it. And that's worth watering even. You know, it would look really nice, but it doesn't right now. So, whatever. Cool. I'm liking it. And I've got on the table here, I don't even know what this says. I should read it. Secret old man table. Right, that's not a priority. Back behind sculpture for kitchen. The fuck? Oh, back trail behind sculpture for kitchen. That's an option. That's an interesting idea. Let's see what the fuck is out here. All right, the cactus is doing good there. It's weird. If this branch was cut, it would be possible to make a definable path that way to get out of here, in and out. I don't know why we would do that. Let me fucking try and take that path and see where it leads me. I don't like to put too many paths in too many places, but then again, if you've got a space where you can have magic little trails off to other spots, why the hell wouldn't you do that? And actually, I've had trouble figuring out where a trail would go down through here. Look at this cool fish sculpture over here. That needs to be put in a better spot. Why am I carrying this shit around? God damn it. All right, so here's my lemon tree. That's why we're actually down here. Because these lemons are starting to mature, and I'm just itching to eat them. I'm afraid that I'm eating them too. Oh, that came off really easy. That's a sign that it's probably good. There's only one on the ground, meaning I'm definitely not missing them. That's good. This is a stupid old gray water system, which needs consideration of whether that will continue to exist. This citrus over here needs rocks to protect it. This capulene we can cut back and cut the trail this direction, keeping it nice and narrow, going all the way down, right through here and out. Yeah, there's no fragile plants in here to squish except maybe this one. I don't know what that is. This is maybe a nut tree, in which case I do not want it damaged. We'll see about that. Well, that trail's not a real big priority, but that should be the plan. Another question was the piñata thing, to see if that was the best configuration for it. It's still up there, isn't it? Like, is it a Carabiner? I think it might be. Well, shit. We should do piñatas around here for sure. I don't know. Things have been closed for so long. Yeah, we still got it up there. That cable thing with the piñata rope and stuff. Good job, guys. I've got a stove out here that should always have everything there going on, cooking. And in almost all cases, it should be available as a stove for whoever's eating out here or doing shit. In other words, if they want to use a stove, this is the one they use. You know, when you have a party, people like to be near the kitchen. Well, here's an outdoor kitchen for people to use. It's a shitty kitchen. I do need to put a table in here, and that is a table that might get run by the staff here. I don't know. But in most cases, I want to provide that for people. I don't know that if running an oven makes any sense, and that's going to produce extra smoke and shit. So I do want to block off so people don't fall off precipices, even a small one like this. It's not good for their ankles and stuff like that. And then I also want to level out near here. Why? I don't know. Because I want to. Yeah. And I want to chop these capulines to either not be here or to grow in a way where I can graft onto them the capuline I like better. It's tempting to just chop it down like right here where these two branches are going that way, you know, or just right above the fork right there or something. Although I want capulines short down anyway. Like I want short capuline trees. I want those sculpted down because you can't harvest them if they're way up. You must sculpt the tree. And that means that after you graft the good tree onto the whatever base you got laying around, because they're everywhere, then you do whatever the heck you want. And you can espalier it, you know, espalier. Basically, you can make a little fence spread out with the branches and stuff. Yeah, especially capuline. I feel like it's black cherry, right? It's very strong. It's not going to break much. Yeah, I think we should sculpt walls of that, like fence walls, like a fence that, like, to replace chain link fence. We would use that. Oh, I'm fucking supposed to be reading this list. Only rare plants are useful. Aromatic plants, right? Like, how come we don't have any of that jasmine around here? Like, what's up with this boring plants right here? These are boring. Coralline is boring most of the year. Coralline is better along trails where it surprises you and is lovely in the forest. But around here, I want stuff that looks cooler. Like this banana tree over there is really cool. And these capulines just grow too well. So they gotta get themselves under control. Also, they start to dump leaves on the gutters and stuff. It's very annoying. I could try and sculpt them. I could try and use those now to like bring the branches in, haul them down with the branch, have them come in here and make almost a ladder you can climb up so you can clean out the gutters. That'd be funny. Vines, where, which, try various and see. Grapes, question mark. Fix kitchen drain, good luck. Level the long edge. What the fuck does that mean? Level the long edge. That's real helpful. Level the long edge. Let's see. Whatever. Level the long edge. Dude. That didn't help. All right, well, I got that shit figured out. That's rolly, that moves around. And then, you know, we put in tables that people go behind and stuff like that. And they, here I kind of have to put it as an outward facing table, but that's okay. It could be a table out there, a desk, and there could be a chair here. And then we can have some floating end tables. I think that's a great idea. Even these can be either seats or end tables right here, this piece of wood. And because they're super dry, well, they're still heavy as fuck. But this one's nice and stable. And I like how it's cut with branches coming out down near the base kind of. That widens it out right there. It makes it a really nice chair. Yeah, I don't know how many butt spaces I can make in here. But I love the idea of clearing off that platform up there too. We can put this king chair up there for now, or it could be a podium. We could hook up lighting and audio, you know, if somebody wanted to give a lecture on something. In fact, we had some guys give a lecture, but they were down here. And I think we had a DJ set up here. That's probably the ideal use for it, is a DJ setup. Huh. Well, let's see how things go. Ah. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to look at this fucking thing. Vines, fix it. Hold on, clear road wide. Clear road wide. That's behind the lodge here. That's for delivery of firewood and things to the lodge. There's no good there's no good vehicle access here, which is a severe impediment. And partly that's my fault because of where I built things. Although some things, I mean, everything was built already, but I changed some stuff around. Some of which I would do a little different now, actually. There is lighting here. Once I get my batteries working again, I will have lighting out here, LED lighting. I have motion sensitive bulbs. Those are ideal because then I can leave that lighting on as long as I think I've got enough power, right? As long as that's going okay. I can leave that lighting on and people can enjoy the space, this really nice space at night, especially if it's drizzly or rainy out. I think it's okay that sometimes it be open, and maybe it not be open normally, but if it's really stormy out, you know, some people could be camping or something, who knows what. And I think it should open up depending on conditions and, you know, see how we can work it out. Also, this entire space over here, this whole corner, needs to be extended outward so that that's a better access point. It's safer, stuff like that. Right now it's not correct anymore, and I've got like tubes and shit going through that. It's totally dumb. But that has to be fixed. That's a majorly useful utility thoroughfare, and ultimately will be part of, I mean, I want to put a kitchen back in here as my goal, but I don't know if I'll ever be able to do that. It's too hard. Let's take a look. So the lighting thing anyway gets figured out. And what we do is we have navigational lighting available so that you can see around the space, but then we have lighting at the table level as well. And we need to figure that out with how we can run electric under the floor to come up in the middle. That's a little tricky, and we may not want to do that because we're not good at doing that kind of thing. I need this fireplace here set up so that it's in the middle, and it's easy to float it around. It's not hard to move it. But I want that in use, which also means I want firewood out here. Now this space right here used to have firewood. I think I probably need it again. Why not? That takes care of my problem. One interesting fact is that firewood here, it doesn't really, most of the year, it doesn't matter if it gets wet. You know? It dries out slowly. I don't know if I have enough room here to put firewood in this corner. I don't believe I do. For right now, if I wanted firewood here, it's hard to walk out here with these tubes anyway. It's very inconvenient. But this is a big open space that never gets used. So very first thing is I want this reclaimed, and we need to do whatever we have to do to it to have it work for the good of this area. I really don't like the stairs being like this. I believe that it is important to expand the concrete that direction. There is space there not being used, very useful, already done. On this side of it, we need to do something. In this case, hey, stacks of firewood right here would make a clear delineation that you don't walk in that spot, right? And the stacked mountain of it, you know. That would be pretty cool. And the other thing is it has to get all dug out and stuff, but we can just start with what works for now too. I hate to move wood more than once, and during the rainy season I actually don't want it in the, it's tough, it's real tough. The other thing is it's really easy to put firewood over here on this lower spot. And so I have a lot of interior space here. It's dry, right? And I don't know why I couldn't somewhere in here decide, okay, I'm going to change how this works here. This would be good for a table right over here on this end. This is a little bit high here. We could actually flatten this out right around it more, just so that the stairway area is way flat dirt. I want this dug out up here and flattened in that direction as well. I want it cleaned up all the way all around it. That gives me options, right? But I'm also thinking, see, I like that these steps appear really small. But this is like really out here, and it's difficult to do wood really well, and people are not good at stacking wood. Maybe that's the problem. God, I'll walk up here. Okay, this is a really shitty gray water system here. This needs to get dug down here so that it's actually an entryway, an entry ramp to go into that area back in there, because it's very useful. The tubes are annoying, okay? There's a problem there. But this is a big area that's right central, and it should be useful. And that makes the stove useful again. Holy shit. Things have really fallen apart around here. Don't fall off roofs and don't run out of money. There's a lot of rocks in here. That's cool. We can use those rocks elsewhere. But yeah, I want to entry into there from here. And so it's going to come right on this side of this capilline, as low down as we can, actually. We'll start as low as we can because that's less work. Do I want this capilline here? Sure, why not? It's fine. We could cut it down and graft onto it. We can graft the other one. That'd be great. You know what? This is a really narrow, fucked up area right here, I notice. This should be flat right here. This is really fucked up. Oh, there's also branches in the damn road. See, everything just falls apart slowly. It's very annoying. All right, so I guess that trail I actually want to come in from way down here, and we can move that plant. That's an important plant anyway. It's lost in there the way it is. So this could go basically down to the stove. I like that. That's brilliant. And then we make this all flat and, you know, stuff so that it's easier to walk on and stuff like that. Move these fucking boards out of here. Why are those boards there? I don't know. It's a mystery. No one knows why they're there. Actually, I do know why they're there. But, well, sounds cool to say stuff like that. Where's my fucking puppy? Hey, Frida, what are you doing? Didn't lock her in the house, did I? That'd be dog abuse. Nah, I've been seeing her playing out here. She was just playing a second ago. I have video. Oh, there she is. She's so mellow. This is what I like about her. I was deathly afraid when I took her that she'd turn into a yappy little annoying dog. But that did not happen. Is that because you're a good girl? Yeah, you're a good girl. You're so good girl. You're the goodest good girl. Rawr, good girl. Good girl, Frida. And inside, there's no more fire. Why not? How come you didn't make a fire? You're bad at making fires. Oh, it's nice and warm in here. Come on. It's nice. She waited until I gave her permission to come in. I did not exactly teach her that, I don't think. It's hard to tell. You know, I'm responsive to her. That's all I can be. Oh. All right, so I've got that other food I made. I might have 3 torches coming tomorrow, but that's okay. I am running out of dog food. There's no more bags left. There's just like quarter bags sitting in a box that the dogs are eating. And I snagged some out of here for the little girl Frida. Also, now that the cat is dead, I have the cat food down there. And rats and mice are just going to eat it. In fact, now they're going to take that building over. And there's no way I can keep them out. I can't keep, out of almost any building, I can't keep critters out. It's impossible. All right, so I guess I made too much food. Although, well, then we'll see about that. I wouldn't want to have made too much food, and I can take care of that problem. I'm liking having a bunch of food around, even if it's not the food I would exactly want. You know, like all the pasta should be homemade and all this kind of stuff. Occasionally, I think people are disappointed in me that I don't, when they come here, that I don't do all the crafty everythings, you know. I don't really care about doing it. It's neat, and I know that they're fascinated with it because it's new to them, and they want to find more sustainable ways of doing shit. I'm all on board, totally. But I'm also a guy who can't do everything. That's not even my goal. It's like the idea of self-sufficiency, right? And I don't, it doesn't bother me at all. I'm not one of these fuckers who, when somebody uses a word, I don't correct them and say, you can't really be self-sufficient. You know, that, you got, there's this and that, and it's like, okay, yeah, we know, okay, we're not stupid. That's the thing I do think, is that, of course, that's not even the total goal. I think the main goal is, you know, reduce total consumption, and you've reduced part of your problem, right? You've reduced your need. And that is the fastest way to get richer and more secure, is to not need things so much. All right, so what am I going to find in this pot here? It's a weird pasta bean thing. Did I put any good flavors in it? Oh. Well, we'll just try it out. And if it's not, I didn't try it yet. Now it's cold. It's just stuff. I don't know. We slap a name on it and it's a something. Should I just eat this cold? It's fine, actually. Fuck, and I wouldn't feel like I had to eat it faster. So, you know, it wouldn't get cold or something. Fuck it, I think I'll just eat it cold. I'm a genius. Total genius. So I've been trying to use the same bowl all day for multiple purposes. Like I used it as a prep thing for cooking and using it to eat out of, and I used it as a fruit bowl because I made some cut up fruit. And so I think I should have like washing stations, where public washing stations that are really easy to be sanitary with. Maybe people put their dish under a thing, and you know, maybe somebody holds their hand over a sensor, you know, just so it reflects light or something, and it turns on a faucet at the right level that we think is most efficient. You know, I don't care about the people's time. What I care about is how much energy got used, how much water got used for this person to wash their individual dish. And then the other thing is, we serve a lot of things you can eat out of your dish that don't mess the dish up. You know, for example, the cut fruit thing, if you just hold your dish out, and I don't know how you'd automate that, but, you know, and then somebody fills it up with cut fruits. I mean, you could even, it could be somebody has the cut up fruit, you know, there in front of them. That's just awful lighting. There we go. That's much better. I love that idea. Cut up fruit, and I want it professionally cut up. I mean, people can also cut up their own fruit, but I think we should get really good at it and figure out, like, watch YouTube videos, look at anybody anywhere around the world that cuts any kind of specific fruit, and say, how did they do it? Why would we do it that way? Why would we not? We might want more than one way to do it. Different ways of cutting, different product. At Oregon Country Fair, a nice little festival slash art fair, like Artesia, art, you know, like my favorite product I saw there was leather masks. They weren't the kind you wear. They were like sculpted leather into a face-like form that you would hang on the wall. And I just liked the way that it looked. And it's, you know, it is skin after all. So big surprise that it works well. But there was a ton of other cool shit there too. Anyway, oh yeah, so I was working as a security guy there, which is funny. Uh, and we were out at the gate, and this gate, and it's just a dark gate. Nothing happens. There's no plan for anything to happen. Anything that happens probably shouldn't have. You know, somebody lost someone else or forgot something or whatever the hell. And but mostly nothing happens. And they sent out a fruit platter, and we were bored. And man, that was some of the best fruit I've ever had. It wasn't that I was so hungry, although I was probably hungry too. But that was just such a nice. It was the middle of the night, you know, eating fruit in the middle of the night. Why not? And the cool thing is that fruit's actually hard to eat in its current form, and so we have to figure out ways of serving that. Like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe you just hold your bowl out. If it's a certain approximate size of bowl, they just you know they have all these fruits in front of them, and you just say apple, pineapple. You just say the words of them, right? You can point at the signs of them even. Make it just really easy, and then you get that dumped in your bowl until the bowl's full, and then you go on your merry way with your fork and stuff, and pick out on some really easy to eat fruit because fruit bores me. It's I don't want to eat an apple. I mean, I do it. I like it. It's actually kind of nostalgic. I like it. Mm. Wow. I've been eating more food. I'm trying to walk. Finally got my phone back. Like it wasn't gone, but it wasn't working. And so I couldn't check the Google Fit app, which I like that app actually. It automatically measures your number of steps, and then it makes a calendar with a circle based on the size you did. And it's just that's all I need as a motivator. I just need how you doing in comparison to how you were. And if it's not as good, if it's not better, then it's not good enough. This does not have enough flavor. Ah, that's okay. Uh, you know what my belief is we should actually have hot sauces, Bosque hot sauces, available, and we should see if we can reuse these hot sauce bottles that we buy. I don't know if we can, but in that case, we buy the one that's in the packaging that we can easiest reuse. In this case, I have one here. It says LOLTUN, Loltun, salsa de chile habanero, 150 grams in this bottle. What I like is the little top, makes it so that you have to kind of shake it to get the stuff out. On the other hand, I don't like it because it's plastic and it's going to break. And so I'm not sure what kind of packaging I would prefer. But if I have a salsa like that, and if the Bosque sells them, right? I think we should totally make them. It's really easy, and we should be growing so many peppers. I have pepper plants that are perennial and grow without any help, you know, fertilizer and water. And unfortunately, I've tried to grow them in a bunch of places. They only really grow well in one place at the moment. It's very annoying because I know that if it grows well in one place, that means it can grow well in a huge number of places, bunches and bunches, and I should be able to have hundreds of those growing with no additional resources. But anyway, the point is, the reason I would want a hot sauce in the first place. Come on out, good girl. The reason I would want a hot sauce is because, like in this case, this food's a little bland for me. This dish I made here, lovely cuisine. Oh, wow, it's nice out here. Look at these Simpsons clouds up there. I think that's cumulus, I believe. I only know names of a couple kinds of clouds. Almost knocked that fucking glass off there. What is that glass even doing there? Where's the fucking staff? Oh, maybe I'll mix this hot sauce in a little bit. I gotta make sure I don't fill my phone up. If I have video and I go to fill up all the memory, then I don't have enough memory to hardly even delete anything. And I can't use anything while I'm uploading stuff until I get rid of that file. So I don't know about these big, long, rambly videos. I have no idea if they're useful, but I don't know. I got nothing else to do. It's not true. I got everything else to do. It's also very important. I think things through really well. I feel like this, in some sense, is my first project. In the sense that I now think of things. I think I would have done many things in a different order. Definitely, in fact. But how was I to know? I was not an expert, and I didn't have internet while I was here. After I was here for a while for research, and there wasn't as much on the internet anyway at the time. That was a long time ago. There's a total of 4 ravens. One's over here, 3 over there in formation high up. Weird raven shit goes on around here. I wonder if it's going to happen again. I bet it will. It's late February. I wonder if it's an annual thing. Where are they going? They're flying really high. It's unusual. Normally they're down here at the tree levels, you know, looking to steal some eggs or something. The tomatillo, the fresh tomatillo, like not very well cooked, they're actually kind of good. They have you mean texture, take texture, 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 texture. Nice taste and a nice little crunch to them. They're kind of a nice little surprise in there. Hi, tiny puppy. How you doing? I've pigged out a lot today. I do not mind. Just got to make sure I'm really mobile. I think I'm just excited also about being more mobile right now. This is the best I've done. I'm trying to stretch my calves out a lot because they're not very well stretched at all. Um, so that's a big problem. Wow, it's nice out. Trying to think what would make it nicer, and I can't think of anything. I think I could measure the official sunset time and figure out from this angle what the best, like there's some nice clouds up here and stuff, right? What the best window of time is at different times of the year, that there's the optimal sunset time. And maybe a bunch of sunsets, we have a time of silence where, I mean, people chat and they do things, and sometimes some days there's things going on and there's music or work going on or chainsawing. And I think that there's a certain hour And we'll have to figure it out because sunset here happens earlier because of the hills. So, this would be sunset just to go straight out into the horizon. Then the sun going down here, it goes down like half an hour earlier here. So that kind of sucks in a way. It's okay, no big deal. But I think at this time of night, a lot of people might just be walking to their cabin, getting all their shit together, so that they got everything they need before dinner, even though dinner's a ways off. I don't know what time it is right now, but got time for dinner. Dinner's at 7 usually. It depends on time of year, actually. And now that with the COVID thing, I need to make a whole new way things work. I need for people to be able to order a box that is dinner for X number of people. And I want to have a side by side thing of like what the differences are as you do more people. Like we would have maybe more specialty items. Maybe not, though. Whatever. I mean, if you're going to have chocolates, you have one chocolate per person. That would be your goal. And maybe you toss in 2 extra if there's 6 people, because maybe somebody really will benefit from having 2 chocolates. A tuna, the cactus fruit, with all the spines rubbed off already for you, like completely rubbed off. We need to test that. I need to test that. Like, rub it all off, and then I want to hold it in my hand and just handle it. And then basically take care of that for people. That'd be a great thing to be able to give somebody, and maybe they got to have their own knife too. I think it'd be great. Look at, here's those seeded thing from the. Whoa, that's weird. From the inside of the pepper. That is a really weird texture. I'm glad I did that. That is bizarre. I'm not even going to chew them all up. I'm just going to swallow them because I'm happy I ate them though, because actually the seeds of something have a lot of, more intense nutrients and stuff. Ooh, they're also hot. Oh my goodness. Those are spicy. Wow, you can see the clouds up there moving that direction. Big, mysterious, strange clouds over there. Just these huge billowing. It's like a snow. It's like a outside of an igloo or something. It's like all lit from inside. And over there, they're kind of pinkish against a nice blue background. One interesting thing is that even at this, even here, going up at all increases the view above you, the sky, increases the size of the sky a lot. So if you had a 3-story building, then I don't know what the angle would be to something depending on how tall it is and far away it is, but how much less blocking you would get. I don't know how much a 3-story building would do. But I want 3 stories as the minimum. And if we have to build different parts up from each other, and I need a courtyard in between those, I mean, that's the ultimate way to do it. I have this great idea for a building and just need to write it up. Need to work with an architect. So, all this shit up here, well, if I move that shit down there, this becomes even more backstage, which I like. I really like controlling this. I still have this available to if I wanted to invite someone up here, but I'm going to try and keep this as my space, I think. When I have people here, I feel very invaded. They often go to places or enter into things I don't want them to. And I have to be polite with them by making it so they clearly that's not where they go, you know. I have occasionally put like a ribbon across something. I've got a thing over here where I can close this barrier here. We built this. I don't know if it's currently the right distance, but yeah, that is the right distance. So see that? That's a very clear way to say this is not for you to pass. And if I have to, I could put a sign here too, right? Because this is not where you pass. In fact, I should never walk anyone through here, ever. Unless they're going to the lodge. Now I should walk them way down there. Nah, they're not dogs. But people do need to get trained. Because we're not even, we don't even socialize well. God damn, what the fuck is Putin's problem? And of course, I'm completely aware of all the various many ways in which the U.S. has been involved in all kinds of wars of all sorts, covert or not. Uh, where is everybody? Where's the puppy? All right, so it's cold out there now. I have a shirt on. Maybe I'll go. Yeah, I'm going to go. Maybe I'll talk to you later. We'll see. Oh, I'm supposed to turn this off then. God damn it. Social niceties are difficult. Hey, see you later.